Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadtorear.com with your morning horn disease, your sip of chaga coffee. Oh, crazy day yesterday. Crazy day every day. Miles Franklin was running a special on the Ruta bars, $2.99 over spot. I did a video yesterday about it, and they instantly disappeared. Amazing. I don't know how many they actually sold, but it was a lot, and sold out really early. So it's $3.99 over spot now, which is still a great price, by the way, for the get your Ruta bars. Get your Ruta bars. Send Andy an email, info at milesfranklin.com. It's really cool, 10-ounce bar right here. You can stack these babies on top of each other. There's no minimum or maximum on how many you can buy. So go check it out. I don't think there's a minimum. No, I don't think there's a minimum. Anyway, also I wanted to announce that Amy and I will be at the Litecoin Lisa show, their happy hour show, and the party afterwards, the Mighty Mia celebration. That is on 4/21, so the 21st and 22nd. We'll be partying in Oklahoma City. We're going to sing some songs, play some music, talk about freedom, help support charities. Go check us out if you're in the neighborhood or if you want to fly in for a fun weekend. For more information, go to litecoinlisa.net and then click on events, and then go down to the bottom here and click on Dancing for Joy, and you can get your tickets. It's $100. Oklahoma City. Come hang out. Paige and Josh are coming out as well, and a whole bunch of friends will be there. So come check us out. Bitcoin Ben will be there. It's going to be a blast. Check us out. All right, let's get to the main event, silver. For some reason, they're defending $25. I don't know. Is it a big deal or not? They can click a mouse and put the price of silver anywhere they want. The question is, what do the good guys want to do? I think the good guys are in charge of the mouse right now, and I think they're taking silver off the market. I think Warren Buffett is involved, and yeah, it's a great time to be a holder of silver. HODL your silver. We are coming to the end days of the banking system, and there aren't many avenues to protect yourself. Obviously, silver is the best, number one. Way better than gold because, well, there's a million reasons. Silver's got the dual quality of being both an industrial metal and a monetary metal. 60% of silver is used on the industrial side. That will probably change when silver is freely traded, because the true fair market value of silver probably closer to 7-1 with gold, and gold clearly is undervalued as well, but just 7-1, and right now it's trading at 80-1, so well over 10 times undervalued right now. 10 times undervalued. So I do expect to see $250 silver as this thing starts to fall apart. And then you go to, okay, well, how many ounces are above ground? There's about 6 billion of each, according to the mainstream. So maybe it should be traded closer to 1-1 with silver. And if it sounds crazy to you, you've been conditioned by low prices because they've been rigging the price of silver for 170 years. 170 years of suppressing the price of silver. So of course it'll sound crazy. What do you mean, Bix? $2,000 silver. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Is it really? Not even the bad guys know what the true fair market value of silver is today, because there's no free market for silver. So just keep that in mind. Speaking of Warren Buffett, this actually has a lot to do with silver. Warren Buffett visits Japan, boosts shares of trading houses, weighs buying more. So Warren Buffett is going over to Japan and buying trading floors, trading houses, or buying stakes in trading houses. What kind of trading houses is he buying? Commodities. Commodity trading houses. I am not kidding you. Here's the list. Shares of Japan's major trading houses soared after Buffett revealed that he boosted his 5% stake in each of Japan's 5 top trading houses: Itsu, Mitsubishi, Mitsui, Sumitomo, and Marubeni. So let's see. Sumitomo Metals to produce lithium in 2028. Itochu raises profit targets 14% on commodities. Mitsui, our commitment to commodities is rooted in our heritage. Mitsubishi Corporation offers a broad range of trading services in precious metals. Marubeni, Metals and Material Resource Division. All these are metal trading companies. I don't know if you guys were involved when Katy Perry partnered up with the Theta guys at Theta Labs. She went to Warren Buffett and said, "Hey, what do you think?" Remember, Buffett says he hates cryptos. She asked his advice. He said, "No, don't buy the crypto. Buy into the company." So Katy Perry actually took a position, has a stake in Theta Labs. Really interesting stuff. But that's what he's living what he talks right now. So he's not going out to buy the commodity. What he's doing is buying every company that deals in the commodity. I think the Burlington Railroad purchase, that massive railroad purchase, has more to do with what they have in the ground. These railroad companies are highly, highly weighted in owning the property. How much silver and gold is in that land that, on the Burlington Northern tracks and the areas around it? Well, in the Southwest, it's trillions of dollars worth of metal in that ground. And I think that was the play for Buffett when he bought Burlington Northern. But we will find out. We do know that Warren Buffett, we know why he invests in commodities, because he's not a commodity guy, remember? But he bought one of the largest stakes in silver ever. And let's listen again to why he bought it. This was from, I think it was 2001 or 2000 or 1999. He's talking about, somebody asked a question about what's your silver position and why did you buy it? Let's listen.
We had a lot of silver at one time, but we don't have it now. The original decision, my decision, was that the production of silver and the reclamation of silver, I don't remember the numbers exactly now, but they were running perhaps 100 million ounces or thereabouts less than the consumption.
He's getting this backwards. There was a silver shortage by 100 million ounces. Today it's, I think, 150, 200 million ounces.
And now a lot of consumption has gone down in photography, but that's where the reclamation was too, so that those tended more to balance each other out. I haven't looked at the figures for the last year or so, but silver was out of balance. Now, on the other hand, there were enormous quantities of silver above ground, and there were huge quantities of silver that could possibly be removed from other uses, perhaps, in jewelry and all kinds of things that could conceivably add to supply, as they did in the early 1980s when the Hunt Brothers thing took place. But overall, silver was being produced and reclaimed at a lesser rate than it was being consumed. And added to that was the fact that there are relatively few pure silver mines. Silver is largely produced as a byproduct of copper and lead and zinc. And so
that's exactly true today and has been for the last 3 years. Did Buffett change his mind about silver?
Oh, that it was not easy to bring on added production. So all of that added up to the fact that I thought that silver would get tight at some point. And as I said, I was early in that conclusion, and I was early in selling. So we have no silver now, and we did not make much money on it. And you're right that it doesn't earn anything. So you sit with it. It's not like sitting with a stock where, in most cases, earnings are piling up for you.
What he forgets to mention, for some reason, is when you have a stock, you have massive third-party risk. At times when third parties are probably all going to fail, you don't want a stock. You want no stock. Yes, you get dividends and things like that from stocks, but in a moment when there's massive third-party risk and risk of currency collapse, risk of bank failure, you don't want to own stocks.
You have to hope that a commodity moves in price, because it is not producing anything as it sits there looking at you, and that's one of the drawbacks of commodities. Charlie?
We didn't get where we are by owning non-interest-bearing commodities. I don't think it's a big issue around here.
We actually owned oil at one time, too, didn't we? But we didn't make much money out of it. We made a little money.
No, you made quite a bit out of oil.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a good habit to trumpet your failures and be quiet about your successes.
Yeah.
There you go. Trumpet your failures and be quiet about your successes. He made a shitload in silver. He made a shitload in oil. He's going to make massive shitloads in this purchase of, I don't know how much of the billion ounces of JP Morgan silver he got, but I think it's a lot. And now he's going to trading houses that deal in all kinds of precious metals and buying them up lock, stock, and barrel. So that's my take. I have long known that Warren Buffett is working to take down the banking cabal. And the easiest way to do that is to buy as much silver as possible. And then remember, when all the silver has been bought, what happens to the price of silver when the next buyer comes in? It goes unobtainium, as Cliff calls it. Nobody's going to want to sell their silver when the price rises. It's the exact opposite. People want to hang on to silver, and silver bugs especially end up buying more at higher prices. And we're going to see that happen. So that's where we are. It's a crazy world we're living in. So just hang on, sit in your lawn chair on the sidelines. I don't know what prices are going to do. They could click a mouse and put them to minus $40. They could click a mouse and put silver to $1 million an ounce. That's the reality of exchanges these days. They're not real. Same with cryptos. Although crypto's got a bid. Bitcoin up over $30,000 again. Climbing that wall of worry. Are they going to take down Tether and take down crypto? I don't care. It doesn't matter to me because cryptos to me are the future. Not the past, not the present, but the future. Am I going to sell my Litecoin if it goes to $500 a coin? 5 times what it is now. Am I going to sell it? No, I am not. Litecoin is for the future. Theta is for the future. Will Theta go to $1,000 a token? Absolutely. In the future. I can't tell you what day. You know, cryptos are taking a lot of abuse from regulators. They hate having to do it. No, they don't. They love having to do it. They want to control you. Oh, we're trying to protect you, and we're trying to stop money launderers. It's bullshit. They want to control you. They want to keep their system intact. That includes the crazy Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren wants progressives to hate cryptos. Elizabeth Warren wants people to hate freedom. You have to value freedom more than you value your government. And Elizabeth Warren hates that. She's got a real problem with people doing well without everybody doing well. Everybody should not do well. Get off your ass, get to work, and you will do well. If you don't, you shouldn't do well. That's what Elizabeth Warren and the socialists don't understand. Life is never meant to be easy. If it was meant to be easy, God would have made it easy in the very beginning. Don't worry about it. You got plenty of food, clothing. I'll give everybody a replicator to start off their life. That way you don't have to worry about anything coming towards you. You can just sit there and think about love and prosperity. When everybody is prosperous, that's when the collapses happen. That's when all the money shifts to the socialists start saying, you're rich and I'm not. And look at all these people. They need money. They need bailouts from their student loans. They're really hurting. Well, why the hell did they take out a loan and sit for 4 years in the college studying, I don't know, transgender basket weaving? Who knows? But they took out a loan. They signed their name on the dotted line. Just declare bankruptcy. If you can't pay it back, you can't pay it back. I think at one point they were talking about student loans not being eligible for bankruptcy, but I don't know if that ever passed. If it did, none of this is going to matter very soon. When the banks go down, the governments go down, none of this is going to matter. We're not even going to remember who Elizabeth Warren is in the next couple months, weeks, years. As soon as it goes down, she says, I told you so. And she's going to try to put things back together, but they are the problem. Elizabeth Warren and the regulators are the problem. They are not the solution. And very soon that's going to become very obvious. Very obvious. So that's where we are. Don't forget, Glix will be hanging out in Oklahoma City. Get your tickets for the Litecoin Lisa event on the 21st and the 22nd. The 21st is a happy hour at the same spot we're doing the party on Saturday. So come in for the weekend. Hang out. Have some fun. I'm looking forward to it. And you'll see this live right here. Here's Glix. This is the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston, actually Bank of New York comic book with Glix. It's Bix that they turned into a comic book carrier. Here he is singing about the central banks. Go check it out. This comic is actually called, it's the Federal Reserve, the story of the Federal Reserve System. I'm all over this one. It's cool. And they made me cool. So, hey, thanks, Fed. That was really nice. How many other people can say they're in a Fed comic book? Although, I do think that, where is it? Flora, right here. I think that's Catherine Austin Fitts. I think it was designed after Catherine Austin Fitts. And this guy, Rollo, might be Cliff High. I'm not sure. And I know my band, where's my band? That's obvious right here, down here at the bottom. They're in the other comic. There's Dick Allgaier, and there's a Snippy robot on drums, because Snippy plays like the electric drums. He can play any drums, but that's just hysterical. There we are. Memorialized in a Fed comic book. Very exciting. Anyway, we are still, as of today, which is the 11th, we're still giving away the Silver Ruta coin. Again, this will stop as soon as silver hits $30, because I don't think it's going to stop after it hits $30. So we're going to stop giving away the Silver Ruta coins with every membership or renewal. If you want to get it now. Go to roadtoruta.com, click on subscribe today. It'll tell you what you get and all the exciting things going on at roadtoruta.com behind the scenes, which is fun. This is Bix. I'll talk to you later.